Hello everyone, I'm Vietra. So I made a post on my Instagram and also my YouTube asking you to ask me some questions, and I promise you to answer it one by one. So let's go. Okay, so first of all, I'm not going to tell you any detailed story about this because I'm afraid that I will tell something that I'm not supposed to tell. But in 2023, there's this like Chinese label company that just kind of like scouted me in Indonesia, and in 2024, I got asked to go on a tour, and that's how I got into tour. I think it's just kind of like a luck. Yeah, that's it, I guess. I listened to K-pop for a very long time. I got into K-pop at first when I was like in fifth grade because all of my friends were talking about it like all the time. You know, the first K-pop group that I actually listened to was Shiny, and then I go into FX, and I also listen to Girls' Generation, Super Junior, like the Gen 2 K-pop groups. And the first K-pop group that I listened to in high school was actually EXO. And I really, 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 really like EXO, even up until now. But when you mention ARMY, I'm a forever an ARMY girly, you know. I really like BTS. I listen to BTS. I probably like listen to all of their songs. And did I like Arirang? Yes, I like Arirang, but it's not like Arirang kind of like give me some sort of emotional connection to the album, but it's a fun album to listen to. I usually listen to Arirang whenever I want to jog or whenever I want to walk in the morning. It's a fun album, and I actually kind of like recommend you to listen to it. So I've been planning to come to China for a vacation for a very long time because in 2024 I went to China, all right, and it was fun, and I really love the culture, the people, and the way they live. I experienced to be locals in there for 2 months. I really want to go back to China again, but because I'm really strict on my budget, so maybe in a year or maybe 2 years later for a vacation. But for a concert or a tour, I'm not really sure. But if there is some opportunity, I'll definitely let you know. Okay, so yeah, just wait. I'm not really sure how can I answer this question because I use a platform to distribute my music online. It depends on the platform whether when will they kind of like distribute it to another platform. I already set my song to distribute it to Chinese online platform, so maybe you can just wait. I'm sorry, I don't really have the right answer to that. I'm sorry. Since this question is in Bahasa, so I'm going to answer it in Bahasa too, but I'm definitely gonna put a translation. Lagu Lonely itu sebenarnya lagu yang aku bikin pas aku SMA, dan itu tuh sebenarnya kayak lagu yang cuman kayak iseng doang. Sebenarnya lebih ke arah curhat sih, karena kan kayak dulu pas aku SMA aku tuh bikin lagu sebetulnya buat curhat gitu kan, kayak untuk mengutarakan emosi-emosi yang terpendam gitu ya. Kayaknya sih lagu-lagu yang aku rilis pas SMA tuh kayaknya memang perlu juga sih dipublish ke Spotify, tapi mungkin versi seriusnya, jadi kayak tunggu tanggal mainnya aja, karena sebenarnya aku kayak lagi planning juga untuk merilis ulang lagu-lagu lama aku, terutama yang di SoundCloud dan di YouTube yang kayak tidak dirilis di Spotify gitu. What do I look for in a partner? So I had this kind of thoughts about ideal partner. back when I was not in a relationship. So I'm currently in a relationship now. At first, I actually went for a guy, a person that have like similar taste with me, similar music taste, similar movie taste, similar hobbies, and all that stuff. But I think for now it's not really that important. The most important thing when I look for in a partner is just their kindness, their behavior, and the way they treat me. I think that's it. Um, this is actually kind of like a hard question for me because I really, really love to eat. Whenever I go out with like anyone, with my friends, with my boyfriend, with my family, I usually just like go find like some new restaurants, some new cafes. I think my most favorite food is in Indonesian food, and it's called mie Aceh. So if you come to Indonesia, I recommend you to try mie Aceh. It's actually a noodle based on Aceh. It's tasty, delicious, spicy, and I really love it. Don't expect too much if you haven't given your all. That's it. My favorite music. I listen to a lot of music ever since I was a kid. But when it comes to talk about my favorite music, it's always gonna be bossa nova. The original bossa nova, like if you listen to Hobim or Joao Gilberto, Nara Leao, Toko, Toquinho, I literally can give you names, a lot of names that connects to bossa nova music. I really, really like to listen to bossa nova. I listen to a lot of bossa nova albums. It's actually my comfort genre, my comfort type of music. Whenever I get bored into listening to music, I always listen to bossa nova, and then I like fall in love again with music. I started playing musical instruments when I was like 4. I play piano. The first classical music that I actually play in the piano is for Alice. So it's kind of like common, if you got into classical music and if you play piano, you have to be able to play for Alice no matter what. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think yeah. I will publish it also to Spotify, but maybe I have to think about how can I like rearrange the song so it can be like more perfect. I think I'm going to release it on Spotify, but maybe like a year later. Just wait. Um, I I definitely will make a new album. I'm actually kind of like planning to make an EP. So it's going to be a brand new music. Like it's gonna be me, but like different. I really like to give like some extra experimentations on my music. Whenever I release music, I will put new things on the music. And would I share the sheets of my songs? This is the thing for me because I'm not actually really good with like writing sheets, but maybe if I have like the chance to share the music sheets, I will try to share it to you guys. So I started since I was 4 years old. I started learning piano at that time, and then I go into songwriting when I was in junior high school, and then I learned producing in my high school years. So it's kind of like there's like this pace. I played 2 kinds of instruments, guitar and piano. Did I take any course? Yes, I took a piano course when I was 4 until I was 9, I think, and then I stopped completely. My top favorite food is mie Aceh. And how did I learn to play musical instruments is because I took a piano course, and then afterwards when I got into songwriting, I kind of like wanting to play another instrument that is more like simple. And then I learned guitar and when I was in junior high school. When it comes to inspiration, my biggest inspiration for writing music was actually love or sadness. Yeah, it's just the way I am. Whenever I get sad, I write music. Whenever I fall in love, I write music. That's the only formula that I can give you. So I fell in love, I write music. I got sad, I write music. I got stressed, I write music. I got happy because I was in love, I write music. So that's it. As an Indonesian, you have to speak at least two languages. The first one is Bahasa Indonesia, and the second one is your parents' mother tongue. In my case, my parents came from Palembang, so I can kind of like speak Palembang if I want to, but it's not like I can speak it like properly or in a good pronunciation. But whenever there is a Palembang means, I don't know how to say it, like Palembang people around me and then they speak Bahasa Palembang, I will understand them immediately. And the third language that I learned is, of course, English. It's not my first language, so speaking English is not like something that I totally grew up with. I just kind of like, I listen to a lot of English songs. I watch a lot of English movies, and I read comic books in English. So over time, I kind of like able to speak English, not like totally fluent, but yeah, it's just good enough to have a conversation with native people, I guess. Music means a lot to me. It's actually like a fresh breath of air and a place where I could totally be myself. That's it. That's how music means to me. Okay, so this is not a question, but thank you so much. I love you too, whoever you are. I hope you can listen to my songs forever. The reason why I want to create music is because I just want to pour all of my feelings into something that is not like in a form of talking. It's just like pouring all of your heart, but you don't have to talk about it. You don't have to talk to people. You just kind of like create it and then you share it, and that's it. It's actually just for me. I think I eat whatever apples that my mom out. Yeah, so yeah, I think, yeah. I am most proud of my creation of Night Fear in Soda Flora album. Night Fear is a song that I was able to, like give a lot of experimentations into it. Like I experiment with the vocal layers, the vocal effects, the synthesizers in the laptop, and everything. But if it's songwriting wise or like composition wise, it's actually Moment, my newest single. Moments is the first bossa nova song that I ever wrote, so I learned a lot of jazz chords, complex chords, just to write that song. I mean, the song itself is not really that complex, but I tried to learn how to play it on guitar just to write that song. My very first inspiration was actually came from a junior in my junior high school. There was this person in my school that attended a songwriting competition, which later I attended too, and I won first place. Yay! I started learning how to write a song because of that person. Ever since then, I kind of like dreaming of becoming a singer-songwriter. That was how my journey started. It's just as simple as that. I plan on releasing my old songs in Spotify and one of them is probably lonely. What was that song about? It was actually about someone that is being alone, and that's actually what the song is about. Like being lonely, being alone, and feeling like no one has ever understand what you are actually going through. Okay, so I think that's it. I hope you enjoy this kind of Q&A video, and if you have like anything that you want to ask me, you can leave comments on this YouTube post, and yeah, I will probably answer it and in another Q&A video. Okay, bye bye.